Okay, I have my hand there. I want to do some extra smoothing and softening, but before I do that, I want to work on the palm a bit more, just to give it more definition to it. Right now, it's not bad, but I feel that it could do a little bit better with it. And I've been looking at some references, trying to find a good reference for it. I found this one that sort of gives me an idea. It's not the ideal, perfect, but it works with the topology that I have. I just need to exaggerate a little bit more this one and bring these ones together so they can have a better chance, and also have this one probably have an extra edge there. So let's start by trying to do that. And what is happening is that right now I have too many edges going that way, going down over the arm to the up to the arm. And I was counting the edges, and I counted 20 edges in total, and I know that my arm has 16, so that means that I have an excess of 4. So I think it would be a good idea to try to fix that and allow me to have to reduce the number of edges here and then improve this part of the hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get rid of 2 edges there, those and those, and then control delete them. That has reduced a lot my geometry, and of course I need to solve that by clicking them here and then bringing them to meet the counterparts on the other side, and then I will be able to cut here and cut there, and hopefully that will solve partially the problem. And I also have quads there that will allow me to have even to puff it up a little bit more if I wanted to. The other thing is that I could have with that, then I could tighten up a little bit this side here, because I can now say, all right, this one can start going a little bit more this way, and this one can start going a lot more that way, maybe a little too tight there. So I just have to bring it a little bit up there, and that allows me to work with my model a little bit better. I think this went a little too far there. Just trying to get them, fix them here better, so I can try to do a better job with the low-res model. And of course, this one here, I can try to just relax a little bit there. So that is giving me a little bit of a better solution there. Not perfect, but a little bit better, so that I can suggest that effect. And I can try to bring this one up outside a little bit more. And an option for puffing it up there actually could be, you can bring up the edges or the vertices, but you can also think of adding a little extrusion here, so that way I can kind of soften it and bring it upwards and a little bit better to get this part to do the little heavier component there, and I can soften it somewhere here, maybe not so high there, but with that I start getting a little bit better definition of that part of the hand. I can just bring it down a tiny bit there. It doesn't have to be that pronounced. I would use the sculpting tool, and also I can do actually these ones and even these ones, puff them up a little bit there, just to start getting the wrinkle that I want to have there, or suggest the wrinkle that I want to have there. I can now go and do a little bit of softening, because right now it's a little too harsh, so a little bit of relaxing so that it doesn't have to be that pronounced. Just enough for me to suggest what the hand is going to do. that helps, and I reduce the number of vertices, of edges better. I just need to reduce the number of edges on top here, so I guess it would make sense to use the same ones that I did on the other side, so it'll be the one between the fingers. So in that case would be this one and that one, which we would like to get rid of. Actually, I'm going to just do it up here, so I'm going to just grab and select this edge down here and this one down here, and then control delete those, and that gives me the opportunity to use the multi-cut tool to cut here around and then bring those to the corner there, and then I can just go to object mode and call my relax tool again, and then let them relax as I use them. So that way I have solved the problem. I think that I'm seeing a little issue here that I want to fix in a moment. Let me just try to fix some of these guys there. I keep clicking the wrong button. I want to solve, like this in here feels a little too big, and maybe I can try to improve it. Let's see, I need the wrinkle here, so I need it to be able to stretch, and I don't want to add too much. So let's see if I grab this one over here a little bit more. I could think of inserting an edge loop there just to help with the shape a bit more. Let's just see how it works. If it doesn't work, I just remove it. So I'm gonna say insert edge loop right here on this one, and that will help me with the puffing up of this one there. So it adds a little bit more, but there actually has enough information for the hand to do what it needs to do. I can just bring this one down a little bit there, and that one down a little bit there. Alright, pretty close now. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab this edge here, and then we're gonna just scale it so that we get a flat shape there. Gonna try to get the same thing on this one, so we have a similar transition there, and it's looking okay, a little squarish. You can grab some of these vertices still, and press B and bring them up and in a little bit. I know that I have 16 edges now, and the only thing that I want to do with her is that, although I'm going to just double check on my drawing, I'm going to double check on the top view here. The finger got smaller, but that's because it went down. I'm going to double check on the proportions of things, the placement of things, because of course some of them changed based on the duplication of fingers. I'm going to just puff up this one a tiny bit. A little bit there, just to get a little bit heavier. Not just a little bit. And this one seems to be okay. This one's kind of like moved a little bit to that side, so I'm just trying to bring it over here a little bit. Still it's okay. This one actually, I'm going to move it a little bit more to the center there. Keep in mind your line there, your guide is the one that you want to try to follow, because that's where the pivoting is going to happen. Probably pivoting is going to be a little bit later than that, but let me see. I'm going to just get my perspective view here. The fingers are kind of skinny, so it doesn't look bad, but the hand is what is a little bit thick too, so I'm going to probably do a little bit of both. Loosen a little bit of weight on the palm and push a little bit on the thickness of the finger. Let me try doing some of that. So I went and selected these ones, just the bottom faces, and turn B to see if I can just reduce the amount of volume that they affect and bring down the fingers a tiny bit, just to bring it a little bit thicker. That way they feel less skinny and still pretty good. They feel a little chunky at the base from the top view, and this one is kind of like out of its way. Let me see. I'll try to bring my drawing. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to just widen the distance between them, because we see they have a pretty clear distance here, but I don't have it here. So I'm gonna try to do some of that. Just pretty straightforward, grabbing those faces, and then I'm gonna just go scaling them outwards a little bit like that. I'm just going to actually soft selection there, so that most of it gets changed. That will help with that appearance of too thick at the base. I'm gonna grab some of them individually and push them in. I can probably do some smoothing too, but that starts that makes it look a little bit better. I'm also going to relax a little bit here some more, just bring some of these guys up a bit more. And relax those knuckles. My character is not that hyper realistic, so I'm gonna just relax those knuckles a bit more. I'm gonna just bring them down even more, just to reduce how pointy they are. So right now I'm just have very low res in the smoothing, very low intensity or strength, just enough for me to kind of subtly bring them down little by little, so I have control over what I'm doing and not having to struggle to get them right where it needed to be. I'm gonna use relax here a little bit. I could actually insert an extra edge loop here just to help a little bit with this. You see how here it is stretching a little bit too much, so I'm going to insert another edge loop right here just to help with that transition there from the hand to the wrist, so that it doesn't stress as much, and then can get that one to kind of break a little bit the that transition between this puffy part and the wrist itself. Okay, that's a little bit better. Can do some more sculpting, more clean up, but in general, that's her hand, her thumbnail's kind of long still, but I want her to be able to grab things. Yeah, I think her thumb feels along here in this part, so much I just do correct it right here. So when I grab with my lasso tool these guys, crease my B a little bit and pull them upwards a tiny bit. That seems to be better. Still long fingers, so edit, delete history, and I just need to match them to the arm for now. So for now, this is it.